Welcome back to the Outreach Project family. This is Josh.
This is Zach.
Oh, I'm Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. You've seen this enough. You know when to go.
When to go?
When to talk.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You're our biggest fan.
Of course I am.
Rumor has it she's our number one fan.
Yes.
Yeah. I hear your kids even listen.
I've been told I'm the super fan.
Do you force your kids to listen?
No, I don't. They do it willingly.
Why?
Because this is a most excellent show.
Wow, we're a show now.
I don't know about that.
Wow. What's your favorite part of the Outreach Project?
I love the community, the fact that you're pretty intentional with making sure that you're making connections when you're talking to everybody and drawing those, developing relationships and making sure that those who are viewing can develop that as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole goal, so.
I watched that episode.
Well, that episode's so bad.
That was a really bad episode.
But we have to keep it up. It's now nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
It's something, man.
It's so bad. Do not go watch episode 1.
Or do
You
we? Don't
should.
really
No,
care.
do watch episode 1. Because then
okay.
you can see how you progressed.
Yeah. Yeah, so how do we know you? Are you friend, teacher,
Foe.
fellow church
Enemy.
member?
Fellow church member. I've known you too, because you have been friends with my kids. And I have the pleasure of serving with you with the youth ministry. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and your kids. Tell us about your family. What's that look like?
4 kids, husband, Todd. And the kids are Faith, Grace, Emma, and Mason. Emma and Mason are twins. Faith's the oldest. She's 20. Grace is she just turned 18.
Oh, wow.
And the twins will be 16 in May.
They're getting old.
They are, which means I'm getting old.
No, that's not how that works.
It is how it works.
Parents don't age.
That's what
true.
my mom always says that. She actually
Your mom is very smart.
she actually gets lower in age as I get older.
I just try to forget what it is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Is that exciting your kids are getting older? Or
It is. I feel like I've invested a great deal in them because we homeschool, and so they're kind of my job for the most part.
Yeah.
And we've worked very hard, my husband and I, and to really help them grow and develop. And I'm very passionate about education. So seeing them succeed, and I feel is so important to me and to them, and they're not going to succeed at everything, obviously, but just the fact that it's very rewarding to watch them grow and accomplish goals.
yeah, and they're great kids, so
Oh, well, thank you.
you can't be mad at that.
Can't complain
No.
about good
Nope.
kids.
No,
Could be way worse. Just ask
Could be me and Josh.
Zach's parents.
Yeah. Just ask Joe and Carter. They'll tell you.
no. Joe and Karna are very proud of you.
They'll be on sometime.
Probably.
We said
I would
Christmas,
love to see them on.
We said we're gonna have a 2-part parent Christmas special, but
We might bump
I
that
heard
up.
they're aching to be on. Maybe a Thanksgiving special.
Yeah, move it up a month.
4th of July, Independence Day.
Oh, we'll be busy though. We'll be fireworking.
We'll be doing something.
Yeah,
Maybe golfing.
boating. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. A holiday special for sure for the
Yeah.
parents. Maybe every holiday. Who knows?
No.
No one wants that.
Nobody wants every holiday. I don't think they want to do every holiday.
Oh, not at all. But they are great supporters, so
Yeah.
shout out our parents
Yeah.
if they're listening.
I think my mom still listens.
mine doesn't. That's okay. Tell us about your early life. Where'd you grow up?
Columbia City.
Really?
Yep.
Graduated
I'm from
Columbia
here.
City?
Yep. Columbia
Yep.
City Joint High School.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We always have to make sure that gets included. It's if you graduated from Joint High School, you have to say it.
Then you were there your whole life?
Well, I moved away to go to school.
Okay. And where was that at?
I went to school in Cleveland, did my undergrad there, and worked there for a year. Worked at an asset management firm, and then went to do my graduate work down at Miami of Ohio.
Where?
That was 2 years.
What was your degree in?
Psychology, my undergrad, and then basically student affairs administration, and then which was also organizational leadership was part of that. For graduate?
What did you find interesting in psychology?
Psychology, just human behavior. Was nice, yeah. Very interesting.
I had sociology, which is similar. I don't remember the difference because I only went to the first week, and then I got an A. So
Shocker, you skip classes.
it's all good. C's get degrees. Study.
That's no joke.
Remember that, kids, if you're listening.
No,
C's
no.
get degrees.
It is true, but you need to be in class.
Sometimes. Carry on.
At least once a week.
Carry on. Your husband, how'd you meet him? Was that in Ohio or Columbia City?
No, he lived in Muncie, and I met him through my cousin. She was
Okay.
friends with him and introduced us. I had just moved back to this area from Chicago and to start working at University of St. Francis. And had gone to see her and met him. And interestingly, she married his roommate, his housemate.
Wow. Around the same
apartment,
time?
2 months before we got married.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we missed something there. You were in Miami of Ohio, wherever that is.
Yeah, what happened in Chicago?
Oxford, Ohio.
And then Chicago. What?
Well, that was where my first job was at Lake Forest College.
Sweet. And
Because
then
I lived there.
how'd you get to St. Francis from there?
So I came back to interview for that job because I needed to get back to the area. My mom they had found a tumor, and turned out it was benign at that time. So, but I figured it was time to get back in the area and be nearby parents and family.
Yeah. And then what do you do now?
Now,
Homeschool? Or?
homeschool, but I also teach for Indiana Wesleyan University. From
Okay.
St. Francis, I had gone on to there to do academic advising, and with having kids, which that's a different story, but how that happened. So I decided to work part-time and stay home with them because we had, we'll move into that later.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah. So sounds like you've been in the area a
Yeah.
lot.
I love it. It's a great place to be. You're near everything that you would need.
Yeah. Is that your favorite part of Columbia City? Or?
That and the community. I love that my kids are growing up somewhere that they can, they go anywhere and they know somebody. They just
Sometimes that's not very nice, though.
having lived in Chicago and Cleveland, and it's exciting and everything. This is so much better.
Really?
Yes.
You probably appreciate it more
I
now.
appreciate it so much.
Good.
It's wonderful.
Would you ever move away?
Yeah, I would consider it, but I would not want to live in a big city.
Okay.
I had enough of that.
Where's your ideal retirement location?
Wherever my family is.
Wow. Great answer.
You're kind of jumping the gun there.
What?
For final question,
That's ideal retirement
it's
location.
close.
I think that's different.
A little bit.
Mine are different. My ideal retirement location's probably Florida. But that'd not be my dream vacation.
That's true.
Oh,
What we got next? Ministry?
Tell us a little bit about the ministries that you're involved with.
Through the years, it's been a lot of different ones. Right now, though, I'm pretty much centered in with students, and I absolutely love it. I work with middle school, the grow groups in the mornings, and they're just fantastic. We're blessed with just incredible kids here. And then Sunday nights, I do the connect groups with juniors and seniors, and which is really close to more what my background is with working with college students. I go to where I guess I understand because I watch the podcast. It's called Sherry's Living Room now, and that's what the ring has said.
Tuesday night?
Yes, Tuesday nights, yes.
Okay.
So the guys go to that and then go to the shed. So we do that. Mason and Emma are usually pretty regular attenders with that. And
Does your husband go to the shed?
No. So he works full-time and then he teaches part-time for Ivy Tech.
Okay.
So he's pretty busy with that. Like that's his evening job.
Yeah.
So I think he would like to. But he has a small group on Sunday nights, which I go to when I can, whenever we're not doing
Okay.
The students, and Summer Blast and stewardship team.
Yeah, so let's dive deep into some of these. What is Grow Groups?
Grow
Sunday morning?
Groups Sunday morning. So student ministry focuses around, this has been an incredible approach that Dana has developed, our student pastor. She's just incredible. So she wants to focus on different components, and so Sunday mornings are the Grow Groups, and that's more of the educational, like teaching aspect for the students, where we kind of really dig into the Bible and lessons there. Sunday evenings are the Connect Groups, which is more on community and forming relationships, and there's a teaching aspect to it. We don't just scrap that in the evenings, but there's a teaching aspect for that as well. But we're really working on those connections, and I mean, all this happens across everything, but the focus just is a little bit different. And then there's also on Sunday nights the Unite component, where we get everybody together into a larger group and make sure everyone gets to know each other that way.
Yep, in Grow Groups, you serve alongside a few other people, correct?
In the mornings, I work with Dave Shively and Rick Green and Jennifer Sherbin,
Great people.
and they are amazing.
Rick taught us back in the day.
Yeah, he was
Really, he's been involved a long time.
Yeah, really long time.
he's getting old.
Oh my gosh.
I've been told.
That's what Michelle told us before we got on.
Yeah, that's what Michelle said. It wasn't me.
The kids adore him. They absolutely adore him. Like, yeah, they would all rather just flock to his group for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because he doesn't hold himself higher than them. He gets along with them. He's mature, but he acts like them, jokes with them. So that's a great way
He understands them.
get a student's heart and to
Right.
pour into them. Yeah. Stewardship team. Let's touch on that. What is that?
It's part of our leadership team for the church, and every church approaches everything a little bit differently. Our church really focuses on connectivity, so we have the leadership team consists of 18 people, and it includes some people that is appointed by the senior pastor. So there's some staff on it. There's a stewardship team, which is 4 individuals, lay leaders, and then also has our treasurer, business administrator, which is Mindy Hoffman, and then also Rob Bergman is a part of that as well. So we usually have 2 from the staff, a pastor, and then the church administrator, business administrator. And then we have the trustees, our facilities, and there's 4 there, and then plus Jeremy, obviously, because he needs to be part of that. And then we have the elders, which is another 4 individuals, as well as our senior pastor.
Yeah. So how long have you been on stewardship team?
I have this year, next year left, so that will be 2 4-year terms.
Yep. And it's like an appointed thing, but you...
Yes and no. You're vetted. You go through an interview process. It goes through. So you ask leadership and just ask anybody, people who might be interested, and then they kind of, there's discussion, and you kind of informally talk to them and work through that, and they go through an interview process then, and then you have to be affirmed by the appointments team, which consists of 1 person from each of the teams, and then you have to be affirmed by the leadership team, and then you have to be affirmed by the congregation.
Yeah, so it's kind of...
So it's a process.
It's intensive, but it should be, because you want to know who's making decisions, who's... Yeah, so what do your... Nothing specific by any means, but what do some of these meetings look like? You all eat together and...
Well, we just, the leadership team, we just did that recently because we had to have a longer meeting. So we had the idea of doing a carry-in, which was nice to
That was awesome.
have more of an informal time to talk and hang out before we, did business and things. But stewardship team meetings are, we always have a great group of individuals. And of course, it changes year to year because every year someone comes off and someone comes back on. So you have the continuity of, people who are, always have some experience and people coming on and off constantly.
Yeah.
But we cover, basically oversee, the money of the church, how things are being spent. We approve the budget, but that involves so many people. I mean, the staff are all involved with that, so that budget process and everything. What is so great about the leadership team and with our staff is that there's just so many places where there's crossover, there's connection. there's someone from each of the teams serves on appointments. Someone from each of the teams serves on the staff committee. Someone from, let's see, we have that. There's staff that serve on the leadership team. There's just all these places where there's always going to be communication built in. So it's not something that you can kind of, because you can, in any organization, communication can always be a problem. But there's just so many built-in ways to make sure that happens. So it doesn't ever get overlooked.
Yeah. You enjoy it, the team? Yeah.
Yes.
But afterwards, you cannot go back on it?
After, you can only do 2 consecutive terms of 4 years, and then you're off for a while. You can go back on it. And so there's, but not right away.
Yeah, and that's in the bylaws. Or?
Yeah, you have to have time off, and there's a very intentional process of trying to make sure that we have a mix of some experience and new people, young people. You met Dave Waringa, who's on it, and trying to.
We've met him a while ago.
Yeah.
we know Dave.
Yes. So we tried, there's a definite, and now I say we, it's not just me or anybody, it's just there's an attempt to try to make sure it's a diverse group. And
yeah, I mean, there's a mix of, I don't want to guess how old the oldest is, but Dave's like 23, probably to
24
to like 60s, maybe 70s.
Yeah, 70s.
Yeah. Which is great because you want a voice of everyone. You want people with strong faith making important decisions and
seasoned individuals.
Yeah, for sure. Was that ever a? How do I want to word this? Were you excited to be on that, or did it come with a little bit of like a lot on your plate to be on that?
It was surprising. Well, before that, I had served as clerk. And so that had been for a while, and then I then transitioned to doing stewardship. Clerk is a different position where it's your just record keeping, minutes, and things like that.
Okay.
So Ben Cooper serves as that right now and does an amazing job. I was surprised. I wasn't sure how to answer it at first. Ryan Ward had stopped me in the hallway and to ask if I would be interested, and I was like, wow. So I told him I had to pray about it, talk to my family, and
that's probably the answer they want to hear.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took me off guard a bit. So.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be kind of nerve-wracking to go into a meeting with about 20 people. And Dave said he sometimes doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk. Dave, oh yeah, he does a great job. But I'm also used to that, working professionally, and so that actually doesn't bother me so much.
Yeah. Good.
How often do you guys meet?
In the Constitution, in the bylaws, I believe it's 6 times a year that's required. Obviously, right now it's more often, and which is good.
Yeah, and from talking to a lot of people, I think they want to keep it more often, be in the church praying more, and just, I don't know, have their hearts a lot more open and building that community, which is really cool. We care a lot about community. So.
Absolutely, yes.
But let's touch on Sunday night. You're with junior, senior. How is that different than middle school in the mornings?
How do you think it's different?
I think the boys are a lot less mature Sunday evenings than the middle school.
Because what groups are you with?
Oh, I'm 8th grade.
7th grade.
7th grade, 8th grade.
And
so I have your guys in the morning.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the 8th graders are very mature. And I think the maturity level's on par with the junior, senior guys. What do you think?
When I have them, they're mixed in with the whole middle school. So I think they do really well.
Yeah.
The juniors and seniors, they're just different. They're older. They're in a different place. I mean, they're looking ahead to their future, and I love that. I just love being a part of that. Our juniors and seniors are they're doing such amazing things. Oh my goodness.
And
they're just a stellar group.
That meets at Dave Richmond's. Yep. How are they as leaders? Richmond's. They're awesome, right?
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. They open their home up. Just phenomenal.
Great family. Raise their kids well. They're not listening, but shout out Richmond's.
Shout out the Richmond.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is your first year Sunday night teaching?
Yes.
Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I've been wanting to do it for something like that, helping with the youth ministry for quite some time. But it just seemed like, I don't know. It just everything just fell into place for this year.
How'd you get into it?
I got into it because I asked about it.
Okay.
So maybe
pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty simple. And I was helping with middle school. I kind of transitioned there mainly because there was a need. I would say middle school is not my first, area level of comfort necessarily, but it's fine. I like it, but mainly because we have such great kids. That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And so, but my experience has been working with college age students. So working with 11th and 12th graders is a pretty easy transition.
Yeah. What would you say to someone that's like, Michelle, isn't it a lot on your plate to be at church Sunday morning, serve Sunday morning, go to service, and then right after, like, go home, eat lunch, and then go Sunday night? Isn't that a lot?
A lot of people do that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Garrett does.
Yeah, Garrett, Jennifer,
All right,
Sherman.
Yeah.
She helps with middle school in the morning and does the 11th and 12th graders at night. And she's at Bear Lake, and she's working with Ground Zero on Monday nights.
Yeah, so what would you say when people are like, isn't that so busy?
I have 4 kids. Life is always busy. I work part-time, and
I was looking more for, God can get you through it. But
I don't know. It's just normal. Well, God does get me through it.
You
of
heard
course.
it here. Michelle does not need God to get through Sundays.
He does.
Not true. It's not true.
But that's almost a normal day. I have the afternoon off.
God can get us through anything.
Yes. Absolutely
Can
anything.
and will.
Yes.
I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
You know, that's not a sports verse, right?
That's not a sports verse.
Yeah, it's not like about sports.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like it's commonly used in like the sports scene.
Yeah, but it's like about life. He can get you through all things, your struggles, your trials, your hardships. Yeah. Not getting dunked on.
Hey.
I was talking about Sundays, dude.
I think we even had that verse as a verse of the year or something for Indiana Wesleyan. I don't know.
Not surprised. It's fairly popular.
It is.
Yeah.
Excellent verse.
One of the most popular, not the most popular. Anyway.
Yeah. That's about all your leadership and serving then? Or your small group? How do you like Sherry's living room?
It's great. Oh my goodness. It's fantastic. I love what's happening there. I love what's happening at the shed, that when we drive up, there's so many cars parked over there. It's fantastic. Have you guys attended?
No. I work Tuesday evenings. Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, should your schedule ever change, it's definitely something to think about. Mm-hmm. It is probably one of the best things about it is the fact it's multi-generational. So, I mean, we have, Emma and Emily are there, younger, and, so we have high schoolers there, college students. We have recently graduated young adults and young moms, and then those who are older and all the way up into to the 70s. There's 70s. We have everybody.
This is an old people episode.
Dude, I love saying things like out there and then seeing Michelle's reaction.
That's pretty funny.
You were so nervous to come on, and then I just say some out there things. You don't know how to respond.
Disclaimer: we love old people.
The elderly. We respect the elderly.
We respect the elderly and love them.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's why you had me.
We'll get some old folks on.
Some elderly on.
I thought that was me.
Oh.
We'll get some more early.
Like gray hair.
Okay.
Are you saying you have gray hair?
Oh, yeah.
Like, never mind. Anyway.
There's ways around gray hair.
Dye?
Of course.
Do you dye your hair?
I personally don't. I gave that up because I was doing such a bad job.
Okay.
But I have an amazing friend that does it, that works. That's what she does for her job, and she's incredible, and she's helping me transition into the gray.
Oh,
so it's not so shocking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. If you need help with gray hair, hit Michelle up. Unfortunately, I don't think any of our audience does.
My mom's
know.
got white hair.
Oh, yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. Mom, if you need your hair dyed, we'll get you hooked up.
Like, can I do a plug for?
No.
No? Okay. A shout out?
So coming to Christ, let's get to some important stuff.
All right.
What did that look like for you?
For me, well, I did not grow up in the church.
Really?
So I have a little bit of a different story.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, I knew my family had grown, had been in the church, my grandparents, and I would go to church with my grandparents occasionally, and, I got all the fun little candies to sit there and be still and be quiet, but I didn't really know a whole lot was going on.
Probably boring too.
Yeah, it was. So it just wasn't a thing my family did at all. So it wasn't until high school and campus life was how I met Jesus and found out who he was. I'd obviously heard of him. I had no idea the connection, though, how everything was supposed to be. Had gone to VBS once, but still hadn't, as a little kid, no clue. So that's how I found out about who he was and became a Christian. But then through high school and college, definitely was led astray. I mean, things were. I was very academic oriented, and so I didn't. Things just didn't make sense to me as much, and it was definitely not something that was advocated for in the institutions I went. So it wasn't until after I got married, my husband and I started attending church, and we're regular and really dig deep. Again, I made sure I learned a lot, and I got baptized then.
Was that at First Church?
No, that was a different church before here. Yep. And it was just, we had a great experience there, and so that was before the Lord led us here, and just have been all in ever since.
That's awesome. Do you have like a defining moment when you came to Christ, or just around that after high school, college area?
Yeah, it was definitely there was that one moment at campus life.
Okay.
And then it was, through college, it wasn't, I prayed, but it just, I had no support. I had nothing. Mm-hmm. So it was just definitely the opposite for sure. And so it was more, like I said, was something that my husband and I decided this was what we were going to do.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Was he raised in the church?
I think, he grew up. They went to a Methodist church growing up. Okay. So
he had a bit of a background.
He did have a background, yeah.
Wanted to incorporate it in the family. Mm-hmm. I think that's when a lot of people do get into churches, families, or marriage. They're like, all right, now it's time.
It happened for us, right as when we got married. But we started going right away. And then I'm just grateful that we had that, because then we had some different things, to help us get through some different life difficulties and stuff. So,
yeah. What's some ways you've seen God work through your life?
There's been a number of different ways. I think I have been as far as seeing how God, I guess this isn't very specific to
That's okay.
in my life, but I've been so blessed with incredible examples of godly people, and I can see how they've impacted my life. You had told me that would be a question. So the one thing that I do think of how God has worked in my life was we had been, He uses all things to His glory, and there's different tragedies and different things that happen in your life. But one thing that impacted me so intensely was we were told by a specialist that we weren't going to have kids. Mm-hmm. It wasn't going to happen. And that was a long process. It's a long process when you get to that point. And it really figured heavily into that whole process figured heavily into my walk with the Lord, drew me closer to Him, because I feel like if it wasn't for Him, being like literally we were like this, like I couldn't move without Him. And but everything is in His timing. Everything is in His timing. And despite being told that, 4 kids later.
That wasn't true.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Exactly. We literally, we found out that's why obviously Faith is Faith. It was a big part of it, her name. And so we found
What does Masons mean?
Well, we did Grace and Mason and Emma. We just decided to do something different.
Oh, okay.
At that point. But so it was pretty traumatic, that whole process. And we had planned, we're looking at other options, and just out of the blue found out, then I was praying with Faith. And then we thought with Grace, it was just more of a, okay, we're very thankful, but we would love to have another child. And so,
Yeah.
And that came about, and that was kind of a surprise. Every time it's a surprise. And Emma and Mason was a huge surprise, because we were just, could it be possible we could have a third? And
then twins.
So we kind of think, we definitely believe God has a sense of humor, and we love that. Yeah. We love that.
No, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
That's a huge way God has worked. It's beautiful. So, I think you know where this is about to go. As we come to a close, we have one closing question for every guest. And this is probably the most important, detrimental question.
Detrimental?
I don't think it is.
I don't know what detrimental means, to be honest, but it sounded big.
Sounds important. I'll look it up.
What does detrimental mean, Michelle?
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, but what does it mean?
It's bad.
Tending to cause harm.
Yep.
So, okay.
This is the most serious, important question. It honestly shares a lot about who you are. I believe that.
Oh, really?
I really think so. Like, one of our answers was a guy, Isaiah, wanted to go rock climbing alone.
Yes, and that just came out today. I haven't had a chance to listen to him.
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
No, Sunday.
Sunday was yesterday.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Yesterday. Oh my gosh. Dios mío. Anyways.
Do you speak Spanish?
No, you don't.
A little
you
bit.
don't speak Spanish.
I can speak paint terms and contractors
Okay.
I can deal with, but not fluent whatsoever.
I still think that's impressive.
I work with Hispanics, so they teach me throughout the day.
Wonderful.
It's fun. But anyways, the most important question of your life, what is your dream vacation?
Definitely would have to involve, because I was prepared for that.
Oh, I know. I know you were.
So it has to involve being outdoors.
Okay.
It just has to be outdoors. So then it was a question of, mountains or the beach. And I would say at this point, definitely like touring the Caribbean, island hopping.
On a cruise or?
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if I can if I have all the resources available to me. I'm thinking I'd have my own plane and we would just keep going.
Or your own yacht.
Yeah, or my own yacht. Yeah,
That'd be dope.
But that would be so I thought about that, and I had to go with a plane because my husband doesn't do well on boats.
Oh, so you bring him or leave him for the yacht?
It's a tough call, but no, I would bring him for sure.
Okay.
I'd have to bring him. But no, we had been on a catamaran once, and I was like right there in front, and the ocean spray, and it was the most amazing thing ever.
But he was just puking.
He was in back. I couldn't find him. I had to ask someone to find him, and I had lost him. It wasn't a big boat, but
that's okay.
It didn't go so well.
Maybe if you had like a mega yacht,
maybe he would do better. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I would be willing to give that up for him. We could do a plane.
Okay, but like a good private jet or a little janky plane?
Well, it would depend on I don't know what would be needed to get.
I think a little janky plane would be awesome.
The ones with the floats on them, land on the water.
Yeah.
He might have a problem with that too.
A little
I don't
rust.
know.
This guy have rust.
Nothing better than a plane with rust.
In a perfect world, though, we would just get rid of the sickness and he'd be fine.
Oh, yeah. So that's part of the question. He'd be fine.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
Just you and your husband or kids?
It would be fun to enjoy it with them, though. Yeah, they're fun. We like traveling, like being together.
So no kids or
with kids?
With kids?
We might leave them behind in a couple islands, maybe.
And I bet they would like that, too.
Yeah.
Hang out with,
go back and pick them up.
The Jamaican crew. I don't know. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Any friends or just you guys?
Probably just us.
Yeah. Not the leadership team?
Of course. I don't know what would be the best answer for that.
No,
get
I
in
would
trouble.
never go on vacation
No,
with
I
leadership
really
team.
didn't. No, but if they happen to be there, it'd be nice to say hi because they're a great group. They're a great group of people.
Grab dinner and then
Yeah.
That's too much. Just wave as you're walking
So-
by.
they can have their own plane.
Yep. Do we get to ask you questions?
I mean, that's been a trend lately. So
if you want to.
Yeah, go for it.
What do you guys like to eat for breakfast?
I like the pancake wrapped sausage corn dogs. Those are awesome.
Okay.
It's
good.
Jimmy Dean's. Anything Jimmy Dean's.
I like a good omelet.
Like, is this a quick go to work at like 6?
I don't know.
Or
It
is
doesn't
this
matter.
a sit
There's
down?
no parameters. You guys are free
I
to-
like getting skillets with meat and meat and meat and eggs
and potatoes. and
just no
That sounds
vegetables
great.
and just syrup all over it.
He likes the syrup.
It's
Really?
awesome. Biscuits and gravy on it, syrup. It's awesome.
Not on
the real stuff.
You had it, dude. You liked it.
Not biscuits and
There's a
gravy,
little
so-
bit of biscuits and gravy. You tried it at Bob's.
maybe.
Yeah.
What's Bob's?
Bob
Is that a-
Evans.
Oh.
Sorry.
He has a name for everything. Like DQ isn't DQ, it's grill and chill.
Okay.
No, but that's what it is. You
Awesome.
got to know the difference. There's DQs and there's grill and chills.
Very good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite sayings? Like, what's your favorite, like, common phrases you use?
Probably just stepbrother quotes or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Some Talladega Night quotes.
Yeah, one time in a youth group speech, we won the pumpkin hunt, and they're like, "Josh, what
Yes.
went into this?" I'm like, "Well, you guys know, I told my team, if you're not first, you're last." Todd, he said, "Shake and bake, baby," and we just woke up
Yeah.
and went to the bathroom, pure excellence, and it was awesome.
Well, great.
So.
We were so close. That was, oh, man.
Not at all.
No, we
not
were
at
we were all
all.
there. Yeah.
Well, we got there so far ahead of everyone.
Yeah,
and
it took you guys so long
We
to
just
find
couldn't find the pumpkin. For everyone listening, our middle school and high
I
school.
forgot we were. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a really cool event. Actually, it was a great pumpkin hunt. Whatever. It was a amazing race
Scavenger,
all around.
Willie County.
Yeah, Whitley County,
A little
Churubusco,
beyond.
Whitco, a little in
You
Albion.
go to Waco.
Dude, I
I mean,
don't. There was in the
Whitco at all.
parameters. There was in the rules you could, but
True.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how you got to Whitco and got there first.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really awesome. There's people at each site with clues. You did a challenge, got the next clue. The last place it was at Jim Sittler's. You had to find the pumpkin. It was awesome. My
It
group
was.
won.
That was a great event.
That's what we
Wasn't
do.
there controversy with the winning though?
8th grade boys, that's all we do is win, man. All we do. Unlike,
we just let the controversy go. It's in the past.
unlike us in youth group, we never won. Zach and I
We always-
never won a game.
Because we
ever.
always cheated.
For a cook-off, we went to Burger King, lost. I mean, that makes sense because it was Burger King.
We could never win because we always cheated. That's why we lost.
Well, 'cause we started cheating because we couldn't win, and then
It
that
didn't
didn't
work.
work. So,
Yeah,
What else did you guys win?
my group,
Yeah.
oh, like everything.
Clue?
Oh no,
No.
No.
My group
What,
gave up
was
on
that
Clue.
you?
No.
No, my group was
no.
very, very close on Clue. Clue was
No, that was 8th grade girls.
Clue was bogus because
Yeah.
no one knew how to play it except Rob's wife. Oh, shocker! Rob's wife knew the.
Easy.
I don't think it was. I
It's
think
a
it was her. No,
controversy.
it was her students. Her students did very well.
But when you went to a place to get the clue on who it was, on our group, no one knew.
I'm not
If
sure we
they
ever got
didn't
any
know-
information.
If they didn't know something about the killer, that means they knew nothing about the killer. So we were like, is the killer a boy? They're like, I don't know. We're like, oh, well, is the killer older than 25? They're like, we don't know. So we wasted 2 questions there when we should have asked about the killer. They didn't know.
I
Then
will,
asked
I
the
will
weapon.
say Ben Harlan
He was great.
helped a
He
lot of the
helped.
groups know what questions to ask.
Yeah, Ben should have explained the game. I'm sorry.
I agree.
And I'll stand by that decision.
I might not have been there when they were explaining the game.
I was just killing Dana, so
That's true.
I was the killer, not. But
Were
anyway,
you? You were?
I was.
Oh, that's right. You were.
I didn't know.
You didn't know until later, until afterwards.
Yeah, but cool.
Messy game night. Did you win that?
Wasn't really a win. thing.
don't know,
I was gonna
but-
say, what
so what
did you
else?
have?
So what else did you win?
The one game on the winter retreat, the rundown.
Oh,
Oh, you guys did. Yes, you guys,
enjoyed
you
that
guys did
game.
kill that. Yes,
Yep.
that's true.
we do win
That is true.
a lot of like the mini games and stuff, but the pumpkin
Yeah.
hunt was big time.
That was a big one. That was.
So yeah, we'll pop that photo up right now. Pumpkin hunt winners. But anyways, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please comment. Reach out to us. If you'd like to get a hold of Michelle, also reach out. She's a great lady. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
It's been fun.
continuing to grow community. Get some of the leadership team on. I think that's very exciting. That's not talked about a lot. And that's fine, but let's get the
Let's
voices
talk
out
about
there.
it.
Okay.
Let's hear who the worst and best are on leadership.
We'll get somebody to say it.
There's no. There is no.
We can trick somebody.
Jeremy will definitely say it, but he'll say it like out of a joke.
He'll
But
say like himself or something. Anyway.
something dumb. But anyways, do you have any closing thoughts? Any comments or?
Closing thoughts. I need to remember what to say. Work hard and be humble.
Work hard, stay humble, folks.
Stay humble. Yes.
Love that quote.
Yes, work hard.
That's our
I said it
quote.
wrong. Work hard, stay humble.
That's our quote we say a lot.
Yes. Yes.
We say the quote because
And-
it's on the wall at the Freeman's
Yes,
house.
and I think there was all. I need to also, make sure we bless this farm.
She's just bringing
Yes,
up the,
yes,
the
yes.
Freeman's walls
Yes.
or decoration.
No, it's like farm, sweet farm.
Okay.
Our passion is
our
to
close.
lead people into growing relationship with Jesus Christ. And
Yes.
I totally agree.
yep. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please let us know if you did. That'd be greatly appreciated. We're excited for the 2 people to reach out.
Half a person.
Yeah, and you guys have a wonderful week. May God bless you. We'll see you next time on the Outreach Project. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.